Hey guys, Marslingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so yesterday, I did a 200% team showcase for Tech Android 13. And it was quite the experience. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. But after I posted the video, I retweeted the post that I'd made. And I tagged our good old boy JPHANTA. And it was basically just as a joke because Tech 13's performance was certainly not impressive. So I tagged him saying, hey JPHANTA, who do you think is the best free-to-play Android unit? Because it definitely ain't this guy. And of course, if I'd thought about it for 5 seconds, it would have been obvious. But our boy did respond with the LR androids. And then I realised I haven't done the 200% team showcase for them. I think I used them on the team in some of the earlier videos, but haven't done a video specifically showcasing them. So obviously the free-to-play LR androids, you get them through the friend summons. They require a ton of event medals to awaken. So if you're a newer player, it can be a little bit of a slog, but most of them are old events, so it's not super difficult. It just takes quite a while. Shout out to all the OGs that had to do it back in the day when all Dokkan events weren't even available, and there was a point on Global where we had to wait months for the Full Power Freezer, the physical Full Power Freezer Dokkan event to come back to get the last medals for them, because it was literally impossible to awaken them until that event came back. So obviously they're full link level 10. I've got skill orbs on them because they are actually a really good unit and I like using them on the team. I went with a little bit of extra crit. I feel like I'd probably change that for additional if I had a decent silver skill orb, but I never have good silver skill orbs because these guys have some good super attack effects. So if we look at their supers, the 12 key raises attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage, lowers attack and defense, and then the 18 key is greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and still lowers attack and defense. So obviously in things like Super Battle Road, where lowering attack is possible, that is really good that they lower it on both of their supers. And then it's one of those things, they're not like an LR where you would strategically want to use their 12 key sometimes because their 18 key is just better in every way. It greatly raises instead of normal raises, and it does more damage. So obviously ideally you want to go for the 18 key super as much as possible. Their passive skill is attack and defense 78% when performing a super, so they're not a great slot 1 unit. Extreme class allies key 4 and defense 50%, then they get an additional key 3 and 78% attack, and launch an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super when attacking super class enemies. So against a super class enemy, they can triple super, which is obviously very good because that's 3 raises of their own defense. And then they also give super class enemies minus 78% defense. So they don't have a lot of really good link partners on this team, is kind of the only downside. And I'm going to put them in slot 1 here. Of course, we can't get their 18 key super because unfortunately, I think if I put anyone else in slot 1, we just kill. So I guess we can go ahead and see what they're going to do here with a 12 key super. They've only got 2 links active, so it's not a great turn for them. They've got 124k defense, which obviously start of turn defense is not very good, that number anyway. But we are in the first stage of the event, and then of course they get the level 3 dodge. But 5.4 million, or did mine have level 4 dodge? Because I think it's from a skill orb. But 5.4 million, to be fair, on their 12 key super is pretty good. I mean, they had 40% support on the rotation from second form cell, but only 2 links active. So that is pretty good, all things considered. For a free-to-play card, over 5 million for their 12 key super, that's pretty good. So I want to get the STR-18 floated off. Now, because they're not an ideal slot 1 unit, I'm going to run them with the AGL Super 17 as their main link partner. I think they only share like 3 links, but obviously that's better than nothing. And then we're going to get some extra links from the units that will float into slot 3, including that STR Android 18. She's a decent link partner for them, but obviously neither of them are good slot 1 units. So as good as the LR androids are, and we're going to see that in this video, but like they are probably just really only designed for being used as a 3rd slot support unit, right? Like if you're running the Android tier or the 200% cell team, you just put these guys on the team to run in slot 3. They give everybody that key and defensive support, which is really good because, you know, even though physical LR cells EZA was really good, he didn't become a slot 1 beast. So the only problem that AGL Cell has with his best rotations is that he's still not a great slot 1 unit. So having a support unit that gives 50% defense, but is also more than capable of holding their own, is obviously very good. So yeah, they share 3 links: Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Shocking Speed. We can get a lot of AGL orbs here. He's not attacking me in slot 1 anyway. Now bear in mind, we're not attacking a super class enemy on this turn, so we're not going to get the extra 78% attack. So it'll be interesting to see what we get here. We're going to do the full 24 key super, but also remember this is with no support. So they're starting the turn 98k defense. So as you can see, as I've already said, not great as a slot 1 unit, but Cell's not attacking in slot 1 here anyway, so it's fine. And then of course they greatly raise defense on their 12 key, so they're up to 150k. Again, it's still not the best. Obviously their prime like situation that you want to use them in is in events against super type enemies, because the android team now, or the Cell team I guess, because he's not technically an android leader even though he basically is, right, because the androids is what gets the extra 30%. So realistically the Cell team is the new android team. There's only a few androids that aren't on it, and the only 2 that are really even worth running that aren't on his leader skill are the 2 GT17s that have EZAs. So yeah, if you're doing an event where you're primarily fighting an extreme type enemy, there's probably better choices. Like we've got some of the supports on this team, like the Jiro and 19. The physical 16 and 18 I do think are very good. Obviously they're not as good as the LR androids like Rainbow Link level 10. In my comparison, I was just going to say, because I only have the 16 and 18 unit at 1 dupe. And full level 10 links as well. But obviously because the LR androids just get so much extra benefit from fighting an extreme class enemy, that's primarily where you want to use them. Although saying that, they don't really lose out on any of their defensive utility. They are missing that chance for the guaranteed extra attack though, which obviously, as we've already said, every extra super they can get is more defense that they're getting, which is obviously going to help them if they get caught out by a super attack in slot 3 or something like that. So I came into this event specifically because this one has a nice mix of super and extreme type enemies, because obviously I could just go into like the Goku event or the Vegeta event or something so we can see them at, you know, their full passive active every single turn, but I thought it'd be more interesting for the sake of the video to jump into one of these events where we can see both, because then obviously we can get an idea of what they look like if you are going to run them against an extreme class enemy. So here, as you can see, we get a lot of links active with this STR-18, and 2 of them are unique to Super 17. So in the middle here, we're getting every single link except for Legendary Power. We are against a super type enemy, so at the start of the turn their defense is 133k, so they go up to almost 200k on super. But again, because we're fighting a super type enemy here, we have the potential for multiple super attacks, which of course each one is going to be stacking our defense even more. So if we get the triple super on the turn, we actually end up getting closer to like 300k defense, which obviously is very, very good. And in things like super, wow, 7.4 million. Now bear in mind, they're getting support from the STR Android 18, but she doesn't exactly give like a crazy amount of support. And then we get the additional super, so that's another 4 million. Not the highest attack stat in the world, but we are now raising our defense even more. And then yeah, we got the triple attack turn, but unfortunately the hidden potential attack was only a normal attack. So that's still going to be putting them at over 200k defense, so they tank him for double digit damage. I mean, nearly 7.5 million attack stat for a free-to-play LR is pretty good. Like, this unit was obviously outdated for a very long time without their EZA, and the defense was the main issue. And of course, for those of you who aren't aware, like their EZA, they basically made them the extreme version of the physical Saiyaman 1 and 2, who obviously are also a friend summon LR. Funnily enough, who came out afterwards and got their EZA first, but they made the androids pretty much like the extreme version of them. So let's see what happens here, because we're obviously going to kill Gohan in slot 1, but we could potentially see the exact example of what I was talking about, because if he eats a super from this Gohan in slot 1 type disadvantage, of course, why I shouldn't have even said anything. I jinxed myself. But how much damage is this going to do? Probably quite a bit. 174k. Now, considering this event is not particularly hard, 174k is quite a lot to take in slot 1. I didn't see how many dupes the friend has. I think, was the friend Rainbow? Because obviously the friend Cell would have been sitting at around 350k defense, I think, on that rotation. Because he obviously links up super well with second form Cell and gets 40% support. So we've got to click through all of the Cell Juniors things here. That's the only annoying thing about doing this stage. So they do only share 3 links with the Jiro and 19 as well. So obviously we don't have a ton of links active here. But let's target the AGL Cell Juniors. We can get the full 24 key. And then we'll target you. Let me just double check. Yeah, the friend was Rainbow. So obviously the friend taking a bit less damage than my 55% one would have from that Gohan in slot 1. But Super 17 is obviously a solid option to just put in slot 1 here and allow him to tank. Because that's what the Android team needs here for some of these more difficult events, is a unit that you can just put in slot 1 and soak up some of the hits. So you can see here, against not super class enemies, we're only rocking around 4 million attack. And that's with the 40% support from Jiro and 19. So being against a super class enemy as opposed to an extreme really makes a huge difference. And you can see that in the numbers. So obviously they still perform reasonably well. They've still got all the defensive utility. So there's no reason you can't bring them in an event against extreme class enemies. But as you can see from this run, like you're definitely not getting even close to their full potential, which is pretty crazy. So we should be able to finish off. Will we finish off everybody here? The tech one, the int one actually might survive depending on if Cell manages to get any additionals or not. And then we'll target you. Yeah, we'll get you to finish off. Hopefully we do finish them all off here, because then we'll have the Dokkan attack ready to go on the next fight. Is the next fight against Cell or is it against Gohan? I can't remember. Ideally, we want it to be against a super class enemy and then get the Dokkan attack with the LR androids. That would obviously be most beneficial, at least for the video, right? So we can see them hit a strong Dokkan attack here, but hopefully we do get the finish. The int one did not quite get taken out. Now, STR-18 can get a bunch of additionals when she's on rotation with androids, but she didn't, so okay. Can I avoid the Dokkan attack on this turn? I don't think I can. Well, let's put them in slot 1 anyway, so we'll do that. Actually, I might be able to if I don't get any type orbs. Oh, I did. Not that it matters, because obviously we're now just going to have to get it on the next turn. But yeah, you can see here, without support, only getting 2.7. Now, the turn where we saw their biggest attack stat obviously was with STR Android 18, and they did get a bunch of extra links active from her. And I've said this quite a lot recently in some of the videos that we've done, that like links make a huge difference, right? So, of course I forget that Cell locks you in place, and I didn't bring any Senzu beans, so I think he does a Ki Blast super attack though, right? So we shouldn't be getting killed here. And then the 19 and Jiro are just going to heal us anyway, so bit of a shame that we're getting the Dokkan attack with them, but they do okay damage on the 200% team, to be fair, but they don't exactly have the best link set with Cell here, so I'm not hoping for anything too crazy. I mean, they got, yeah, 2.8 million. But they absorbed the super attack, whereas if I'd put Cell in slot 1, we would have eaten that super attack to the face. So, probably did work out for the best. I'm really hoping that we can finish off Cell in this one turn, so then we can see the androids against the super type enemy next time. Because we've got Rainbow Cell, yeah, with double 40% supports on rotation. So, he's rocking a 10 million attack stat here. Gets the crit and gets the additional. So yeah, we go over 10 and that's GG. So yeah, Cell is an absolute beast. I only pulled one copy of him, which is a little bit unfortunate because, I mean, you see here just how powerful like the rainbow version of him is. Definitely when he comes back on another banner, he's going to be a top priority for red coins for me. So Alright, so we're against Gohan, so we've got the super type enemy, we've got the rotation where we've got all the links with Android 18, so this should be looking pretty good. I don't want to jinx myself again, because we've already done that once in the video, but as long as we don't get super attacked on 18 at the end, we should be okay here. So let's see what we are going to get. Is it going to be 7.5 again? In all reality, it should be, right? Because we're not getting any extra buffs. Super 17 doesn't like raise allies' attacks on super, which would have been pretty cool since he did double super. But yeah, 7.38. So I think that's exactly what it was before. So basically 7.4. So the difference is huge with a super type enemy and some links. So we get the additional. It's only a normal attack. Can we get the hidden potential as well? Only another normal attack. So that's a little bit unfortunate. They obviously are one of these units that you can fall foul to some bad RNG. Is he actually going to super STR 18? I think he actually might, you know. Don't do it, Gohan. Or 18, get a bunch of additionals. Another one with a crit? Oh, of course he did. Does she die from this? I kind of assume that she does. Because I know this Gohan can hit pretty hard. 650k, yeah, okay. Alright, well, the LR Android's looking pretty good. Shout out to JPHANTA. I should have got around to doing this 200% showcase video anyway, so thanks to him for reminding me. And let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I'm going to be streaming in a couple of hours. I put up a tweet asking you guys to vote on what you want the stream to be. It's just going to be a short, chill stream. But you can pick between either, we'll just do some link leveling and just chill, chat about all the new stuff like the Goku and Vegeta and Jacko, Ginyu coming to global, or we'll do some viewer request Super Battle Road stages. So let me know what you guys want to see over on Twitter at the Masked Ningen, answer the poll, or let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully I'll see you at the stream in a couple of hours. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.